Hello friends. So today I have a bag to share with all of you, and I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to do just a little review, I guess, things that I've noticed about this bag. This happens to be from the all-weather leather collection. So I've had all-weather leather bags before, but they're the vintage ones. This is my first of this new current all-weather leather that's come out. Um, so I thought it was a really interesting, um, compelling design, and I really enjoy all of the new all-weather leather bags that have come out, but they're quite expensive. So right now I'm trying this one out, and this one, like I said, it's the Zip Top Crossbody 23. I've really liked it. I have it in the color chamois or chamois or chamois. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that. It's CHAMOIS. And it's a beautiful color. It is a yellow color, but it's a very neutral color. And I'm actually going to show you another Dooney and Bourke bag that I have in a yellow, so that you can see the difference, because it's such a neutral, interestingly yellow, but a very neutral yellow. In fact, as I'm thinking about it, I would compare it, old, I don't want to say old jeans, but jeans that have that yellow stitching. It's that yellow. That's the yellow that I would compare it to. Those like original blue jeans with the stitching. It's the color of that stitching. And it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I found that it seems to match with just about anything that I'm wearing, especially if it's a casual type of look. So let me give you a little bit of a tour of the bag, but first I'll start with the dimensions. So the bag is about 9 inches in height, 9 inches tall. The length is also 9 inches, so it looks like a long bag, but it really is, it's a little square. It's a square bag. It's a little bit wider at the bottom than at the top. You can see that zip opening, it's smaller than the bottom. And in fact, let's go ahead and give that a measurement just to see where we're at with that. And I have my measuring tape here. So the top is, let's see, I want to be quite accurate. So the zipper ends right here. So this is where I'm going to measure. The zipper opening almost makes it to 8 inches, but not quite. It's like right here. And then there's the 8. So it almost makes it to 8 inches, but it really is the 9 inches that the website says. So here's the 9, and that's where, and it's exactly 9. So then what is it at the bottom? Because it definitely looks wider at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom it's 10 inches. And then the depth is 4 inches. And I'll go ahead and turn that around. So it's 4 inches at the bottom, but at the top it's very, very slim, possibly an inch. So an inch to 4 inches. It really is a graduated opening there. It has this beautiful duck hanging here, and it's not quite the same look as the vintage. You can see there, it's gorgeous. It just says Dooney and Bourke all-weather leather, and I think that logo is just stunning. So I'm not an expert. I obviously, all of these things that I'm going to mention are just my untrained eye when it comes to leather. So this is all-weather leather, and I believe what makes this special is that it's supposed to be calf leather, and it's supposed to go through a special process where the leather is shrunken down, and it makes it like a waterproof type of leather. And I really don't know more than that. I don't know how difficult that process is. I don't know if the leather is still porous, or if it breathes, or if it can get stained. I don't know if any of that is changed, because this is all weather leather. But it's supposed to be very resistant to water, and I believe you're not supposed to put any oils or moisturizers on this leather, because it can alter the treatment that it's been given. So right now it's supposed to be like a waterproof condition, but if you put oils on it, then that process that they did to make it work better against the elements, you know, would be altered, and then it wouldn't be waterproof, I guess. So you can see that the pebbling, that process that they did, really makes this pebbling very fine. It's definitely there, but it's not a very large pebbling. And I'll go ahead and show you the other bag that I have here. I have a pebble leather bag, and here it is. And you can see the difference, this pebbling versus this pebbling. I feel like this one is a little bit bigger, and maybe that's just me, but this one is bigger than this one. This one is definitely a little shrunken down. Now, in comparison, this is in the color mustard, and this is in chamois. Oh, I really wish I knew how to pronounce that, guys. But you can see the difference. This yellow is more of a bright yellow, very fall. I would say fall would be the color that I would associate this with, but this yellow is more muted, definitely different. I really feel like this has looked great with just about anything that I'm wearing, especially if I'm wearing any denim. It really complements denim very, very well. So the first thing that I noticed with this one, I noticed that the feeling of the leather is different than this one. This one has a very buttery feeling, soft, very soft and squishy. This one feels thinner. It feels thinner. It feels, I wouldn't say dry, but not as buttery as this one. So that's the first thing that I'm noticing. The second thing that I'm noticing is that the trim leather that they use for this bag, so this leather here that they use for this bag feels very thin. On this bag, it's thick. It's very thick and heavy feeling and sturdy feeling, and you can see how thick that is right there just from this piece right here. So I feel like this leather is better quality than what they use for these pebble leather bags. That's just, again, from an untrained person's perspective. This leather is very thick, very beautiful, and the inside of the bag is lined. I have a piece of the strap here. Let me remove that. It has a lighter lining, so it doesn't have that classic lining, the red lining, and it's very sturdy, very lovely lining. This lining reminds me of the lining that they would put in the vintage Florentine bags. That's how sturdy this feels versus the one that they use here. Is it the same lining? You guys, it's the same lining. Is it exactly the same? Okay, it appears to be the same lining, but again, this one feels a little bit thicker than this one. And I might be wrong. I might be wrong there, but that's just, again, just a feeling here. And I'm grabbing them both from the same spot, from the pocket. And this one feels thicker than this one, but it looks just about the same. It looks like it's the same type of weaving going on in that lining, because you can see it has this lovely texture to it. So the lining is nice. It's very thick. And on the inside, instead of a leather patch, it just has this blue fabric patch, which is fine. So that's the inside. Now, when I was using this bag, one of the first things that I noticed, and I didn't capture that when I was making the purchase, was how small this opening is. And we know, you know, with Dooney and Bourke, it seems that that's not totally an unusual thing, that they have smaller openings. But you can see the base of this bag, how nice and large it is. Quite a bit fits down here, but getting it in and out, if it's something larger, it makes it a little bit more difficult just because of the small opening. So that is a point that I would mention with this bag. The other thing that I'm going to mention is the strap. The strap is beautiful. It's very thick leather. It's lovely. It has this yellow trim stitching. So I don't know that this shows up on the website when you're making the purchase, this buckle, the way it looks. So just so you know how the buckle is, it's a look. It's a look for sure. I would almost say it's a westernized look. And right now I have it without the extension piece here. So it has two buckles if you're using the extension with it. Now, I don't have it on with the extension. However, this strap is so long that this for me is crossbody. I can wear this the way it is currently as a crossbody bag. So I've mentioned this many times. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm quite petite. If you are petite and crossbody bags are always too long for you, this will work. This crossbody, this strap will work for you crossbody. And if you are more petite than me, you know, 4'8", 4'9", this will also work crossbody. It will look appropriate on you. It'll look just right, in fact. And if you are very tall, this extension is quite long, and you have a hard time getting a crossbody bag because they're always too short. This will also work for you, because if I put this extension on this bag, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's like touching my knee. It's very long. So the way it is currently, if I make it shorter, obviously I can wear it on my shoulder. And if I put it on the longest setting with just the two-piece straps, because it's 3 pieces, and you can see that you can remove it from both sides on those D-rings, then it still works crossbody, as I mentioned. It has a front zippered pocket, and it's very nice. This is a very roomy pocket. I could easily fit 2 phones or my phone and glasses in here. And in fact, I should do a little bit of a demo of what fits, just so that you have an idea, because I would say that my impression immediately was that, oh, I'm going to be able to carry a ton of things in this bag, but it carries a little smaller than I was expecting, just as a thought. So I'll go ahead and show you that my phone does fit here, and it closes, and it fits with plenty of room, so it only takes up about half of the pocket. So if I wanted to put my glasses in there, I believe they will fit. Yep, they do. So, and they're fitting with that little pocket case. And again, it's going to close. And I'm not very good at using that case, so a lot of times I'm just sticking my glasses in there. So let's just leave that in there because we're doing a demo here. Let's see. Okay, so now I have my wallet, and this is the one that I'm using currently. So look, this is not a full-size wallet, right? This wallet is 7 inches long, and then about 4.5. So 7, 4.5, and probably about an inch. So even though it's not a full-size wallet, if I try to put it in like this, it's just, I probably can do it, but it's not gonna work the best. So I have to do this in order to put the wallet in. So if you're having a full-size wallet, you're gonna have to do that twisty turny thing to get it in there. Just a thought. And then I have my little cosmetics case, and I've been using this forever. I love it. And here we go. So again, we're gonna have to put this in standing up. And so that's the wallet, that's the little cosmetics case. There's definitely room at the bottom, but that's the point, you know, like if these two things are standing up, who wants to be reaching at the bottom of their bag for something? Of course I'm going to show you here, but you know, I have a hairbrush, so we can stick that at the bottom. I guess that's not something I would need to easily pull out all the time. And then I have my little pill container. And what else can I stick in here? Hand sanitizer, and we can stick that in the pocket. And keys. So all of the things fit very, very comfortably, but for some reason it just feels like a smaller carry. So I definitely wouldn't be able to stick an iPad in here with the basic necessities that I have. These are my personal basic necessities. Of course, some people might carry less, but I wouldn't be able to put a lot more. Maybe another pair of glasses right up top here, and that would be pretty much it. It's a beautiful bag. Do I recommend it? I like the look. I really like the way that this bag looks when I'm carrying it. I like the way it lays against the body. I like the quality of the leather, of both of these leathers, this trim that they're using and the all-weather leather. I think that if you were going to pick one of these and it's full priced, I would pick one of the other models of the all-weather leather bags over this one. And it's just those few little things. It's the thing about this opening being so small, so you can see here in comparison to my hand. Even though you saw me fit all of those things in there, it's just a little bit of a struggle to pull everything out. And then once I pull it out to get it back in there, I really have to maneuver things, you know, put everything in its place so that I can slip the thing back in. Like if I'm removing my wallet, it's not as easy to just slip it in, just throw it in. And I really like things to be easy. So that would be a criticism. I wasn't quite expecting the buckle to be so Western looking. I love the color. I think the color is stunning. I totally recommend this color. I think that if you're afraid of yellow, don't be. This is not a yellow that's a super loud yellow. This is a neutral, a very beautiful neutral yellow. This looks fantastic with blue, with green. It just looks great with everything that I've been wearing. I've really enjoyed the color. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my basic thoughts on this bag. I really like it. I'm curious if any of you have taken the plunge to purchase an all-weather leather bag and what your thoughts are. I really like the jeans color. I think that color is really special, and maybe, who knows, maybe in the future. I also really like their green. Their green is beautiful. It's also, it seems like a very neutral green, and I'm not sure what they call their green. I'm sure they don't just call it green. I know the blue is jeans, but the green is probably not called green, especially if the yellow is called chamois or chamois or something. And yeah, I'm not sure. But those are, I would say those are my general thoughts. I really can't think of anything else specifically right now that I would mention. If you're looking into this bag, the front pocket, I love it. I love the front pocket. It makes my phone especially and my glasses that I want to pull in and out very easy because it's on the outside pocket. Things that you pull out of this compartment are a little bit harder to pull in and out because of the opening, and the buckle is chunky. If that's the style that you're going for, it's great. I really like their duck that they're using. The quality of the leather is fantastic, and I really like how thick this leather is. So that's just kind of going over, reviewing the things that I mentioned, but I hope that this helps you if you're trying to decide on if this is a purchase that you're interested in making. And yeah, and that's about it, friends. What a beauty, right? She's gorgeous. All right, well, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.